Hey everyone, wanted to do a layout share with you guys. I have a bunch of layouts out here all ready for you to show. Now these I made sometime between springtime and a little bit during the summertime. I don't scrapbook as much in the summertime just because we're out making memories, and then again through the fall time I'll make a lot more of those memories into scrapbooks. So I just wanted to share with you guys, and real quick just wanted to say that a lot of these I have scrap lifted. And I don't remember quite who's the original designer, if you will, but I will mention that I did scrap lift it, or if it's more of my idea and whatnot. So I have a bunch to share with you guys, so let's just get started. By the way, if you hear kids laughing or giggling or screaming, that's just because I got kids at home. I'm still on summer break, and so yeah, let's get started. So this first layout is inspired by Paige Evans and all her backfiled cutouts and everything like that. So here, I'll do a little close-up. I stitched around each letter, and then I use a die cut to cut out all these little flowers and put them together. It took me a while. It took me a couple of days to get all the flowers put together, to stitch the letters around, but I'm really happy with the way it turned out. And I also die cut the word you, so like love you with each of my boys. I'm really happy with how this turned out. This is kind of a scrap lift, more of inspiration. I saw how they used Paige Evans, is it Paige? Yeah, Paige Evans papers, older collection, and do the diagonal design. I love all these cutouts, paper cutouts, just lovely. I'm really happy with this way it turned out. So colorful, so bright, a lot of fun, and it was fun to make. Came together pretty quick. This was a scrap lift, but I got inspiration from it and kind of made it my own. I sprinkled a lot of glimmer, shimmer, glimmer, and stickers. I'm really happy with the way this turned out. This is also another scrap lift. I was really inspired by, again, I love this paper. This is such a beautiful paper. So I loved how it was a V and it just draws your eye with the flowers. I also put some wood pieces, and just really happy with the way that all turned out. By the way, all of these I share eventually on my Instagram, and I usually tag the person who inspired this layout or who I scrap lifted. So check that out. The link will be in below for my Instagram. This is an older collection by Chamel, and I just used it to make a really fall, Halloween-ish inspired layout. I love layering things like that with the title on the bottom. It's a lot of fun. This was a mix of collections. I love kind of this grid layout with the stickers kind of drawing your eye across. I believe this was from Wild Child, Pink Paisley. Some of these papers and stickers, and then there's a lot of other things. So I got a lot of dimension going on. Fun, colorful layout. This one I love. I love this one. This is by 122 Papers. This just screams summertime. I love this layout, and I love this paper. That just reminds me of water, how the water kind of reflects and shines. So just a fun layout, one photo. Again, this is 122 Saturday afternoon? No, I'm not 100% sure, but 122, that's for sure. Winter layout. I believe this is Carta Bella. I have to double check. Kind of a fun layout. This, I believe, is Dear Lizzie's collection. Happy Day, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I used a lot of it we went to Mexico a while back. I'm trying to think of when we went. It was a while back. And I loved all the cactuses and just this fun deserty papers. And so there's a few of them from that. Oh, by the way, I love using vellum. It gives this extra little layer, this touch. You'll see me using a lot of vellum that I've circle punched out. This is the same collection. I just kind of did a little series. I really love how this layout came together. I love all these colors, the yellows and this magenta almost color. I'm really happy with it. And again, there are those circles. The cactuses, they're so cute. And then when I have a lot of photos, I like to do some of the main photos on a scrapbook layout, and the rest I like to coordinate it with a pocket page. And this is that coordinating pocket page, so I kind of try to incorporate the same papers that I used or same symbols and things like that. So this is the back, and this is the page that would go with it, if that makes sense. So if we're looking in my album, this is how it would go. Go like this. And turn the page, and then like this. So again, use that same blue on this, some of the same symbols and things like that. So that's this other page. I'm really happy with this one too, how it turned out. It's fun, simple, cool colors, yet it's really warm and reminds me of Mexico. I want to go now. Now sometimes there's a paper that I just absolutely love that's on the back. So this is blue paper, so I decided I'm just gonna stick a whole new layout on it. So it's literally the back of this paper and do layout on the back. And I do that once in a while, only if I absolutely love the paper and I don't have another sheet that I can cut up. So that's this. Did some fussy cutting of flowers, tags, some more here. And then this page kind of coordinates with this one. This is also One Canoe 2. I love One Canoe 2, you guys. It's so beautiful, just beautiful. This one, I was really inspired by the big flower in the back. I didn't want to cut it up. I didn't want to cover it. So I just kind of made a little, it's a little separated. Not 100% my favorite layout, but I am happy with the way it turned out. I love the big flower, the focal points of the photo, and then the title's there. I'm happy with it. It's fine. Shimmery, so beautiful. This is a layout I used Imagine That by Echo Park. Just documenting a birthday. And you used a die cut to do the happy birthday. And again, those circles, vellum circles, I love using that. Kind of gives that little extra touch, extra layer. Gives a softness to it, and it's a little maybe busy and chaotic with all the colors, and I love using the vellum. My favorite. One of my go-to things. This was also Imagine That by Echo Park. Right, I believe so, yeah. And I did a double page layout. I got the, I think I saw a sketch of this layout and I love it. I love how many photos you can get, but it's not overwhelming. I'm really happy with it. So I did multiple of these layouts. I think you'll see eventually. Yeah, just a fun, busy layout, just like the birthday that we did. Did some layering here. There's that die cut again. Happy birthday. Happy birthday has a lot of letters. I don't always want to use my thickers for that. A lot of fun layering. Yeah. Winter layout. I believe it's that again, Carta Bella, if I'm not mistaken. And I used again vellum to punch out circles. It just gives that soft touch. Some cork, and kept it pretty simple in this one. So that's cork, vellum, and I used Heidi Swap's titles. I love these. These are really neat. They're, I think, made for the mink, but I used them just as a regular title. Really happy with this one. This is, I'm using an older Chamel collection. Anybody remember this one? I love it. I have a ton of paper. I'm trying to get through all my stash. So this was just a quick layout that came together with 3 photos. And I use some thickers here that are the notes. I love that. Fun layout, quick and easy. This, I believe, is using a lot of Wild Child by Pink Paisley, and I'm trying to use up more of the 6x6 papers. I have a lot of 6x6. So my goal was to this year to use more 6x6 papers and figure out how to use them up. Kind of happy with this one. I love this gradient of colors and like sunset almost, or sunrise. This was another Heidi Swap's title. We gotta wait, check, and get more vellum. There it is. See what I'm talking about? I love it. This is an older collection by, oh, I'm blanking on the name. I want to say Crepe Paper. I could be wrong. And again, I'm trying to use more 6x6 papers, pads. I have a bunch of them, so I'm trying to use them up. Maybe I'll do some videos using 6x6 papers, because I'm having a hard time finding some inspiration, so I'm kind of getting my own. Really happy with this layout. I made it and I was like, what? Gotta recreate it. Really simple, really fast. This was a kind of a scrap lift almost. It was more of inspiration, I guess. The one that was made was out of reds and pink colors, and they used, I'll have to link her because it was beautiful. She inspired me this layout. But I had yellow flowers and I had them holding yellow flowers, so I decided to do with the yellow instead of the pinks and reds. And I'm really happy with the way it turned out. I even did some stamping, which I rarely do, and I'm really happy with how that turned out. Did some puffy stickers, doilies, more stickers, sprinkled on some mist, gold mist. I'm just really happy how it turned out. This was a really fun one to play with arrangements and find all the same color. That was really fun. I think I'll do another one similar to this. This is great. This was a fun one. This is an older, I believe, Crepe Paper collection, boy collection. But I still have a lot of it and keep using it. I'm happy to use it. And this was a concert we went to. We surprised our boys with their favorite band, 21 Pilots. So I had a lot of photos from that day, and I wanted to make one big layout. Well, not big, but you know. I'm happy with that. Pretty fast. This is a Chamel paper. I love the colors in this one. I don't know if the camera picks it up, but I love that deep navy, almost violet purple color with this beautiful blue with the pinks and the purples. I'm not a big pink person. I don't like pink. I have a hard time scrapping with pink, but this was a lot of fun to make. And these flowers, I love these flowers. This was a lot of fun to make. This title is Heidi Swap. Again, there's more of that vellum. This was a fun layout to make. Really, really fun. 2-page layout on older collection. I'm blanking on the name, but I'll tag it. And yeah, just a 2-page layout. I enjoy making 2 pages. I take a lot of photos usually. This is a great way to like just display it on one. So this was all one day, this was all one event and whatnot. So this was I found a sketch of this, and this was really fun to make. I'm happy the way it turned out. I love that it has 4x6s and 4x4 photos. It's great. I think this even used some 6x6 papers. Ooh, that was awesome. So that made me happy. 6x6 papers. This was inspired by Shamel. She does live videos, and she was talking about how using like 1/3 of the paper with a stripe and the other with like a floral or a busier paper. And that's what I was inspired by, and I tried to recreate it, but I'm not crazy about this page. I think that it's just too much with all the busyness of the stickers, and the skateboards are quite busy. But I am happy with it. It was a fun experiment. I was inspired by it, and I'm gonna keep it because it reminds me of our all the boys that we have in our family. And it was fun to create. Just getting all the boy stickers, all the things that remind me of my boys and my nephews, and just screams boy. So that's fun. Not my favorite, but it was fun. There we go. Another 2-page layout. This is that similar layout that I was talking about earlier, where it has a lot of photos. You might see similarity with that birthday one that I did. And it's also a sketch that I was inspired by. So I love how many photos you can use, how much paper you use, still a lot of room for embellishments. This one was fun to make. This is using One Canoe 2. Again, I love them. And I believe this yellow is a older Paige Evans, right? Paige Evans, I believe. So here's a little bit of closer look. Up on layers. Put some things on dimensional stickers, sorry. Same with this. Came together pretty quickly, and I'm happy with it. Love it. Love all the colors. Just reminds me of summer. This was scrap lifted for sure. I was really inspired. You've probably seen this around, but the flowers and this roughness on one side, but the delicacy of flowers. I love that, and I had a sweet picture of my friends that we had taken recently, and I had a fun title. So, and I made it a little bit of my own using some border strips here down the middle, and even still adding a few enamel dots and embellishments. So that was a lot of fun. Again, scrap lifted, not my own. This was another one. Oh, by the way, this is all One Canoe 2. I had the pack out sitting. I was totally looking on Pinterest, and I was so inspired by so many different layouts that I was like, well, let's just scrap lift all of them and use all the flowers. And this few are all florals that I have cut up. So again, another One Canoe 2. I love these flowers. I love the colors. This was totally scrap lifted again. Really inspired by the big florals on the side and some photos in the middle. I made it a little bit my own by adding some doilies, a few more stickers. Yeah, so there you go. A lot of fun. It was a lot of fun to make and fussy cut all those flowers. This one too I was inspired by and slightly scrap lifted. I absolutely love their scenes in One Canoe 2. I love their florals, and so kind of combined it together. There was another layout similar to this, but I loved adding the borders there at the top to kind of fill up that space, fill up the top. I added stickers and enamel dots, doilies, of course, a lot of dimension. This was fun to make. A lot of shine. And this one is using Paige Evans, one of her paper lines. I combined two different ones. I loved all the colors. We went to the ballet, and I loved all the colors. This reminded me of winter in Russia, and yeah, I'm really happy with this. A busier layout, but I am overall happy with it. Put a bunch of enamel dots. And use my sticker books. Yeah, so there's that. And the last one that I have is also again One Canoe 2. I was inspired by another layout that was made like this. I kind of scrap lifted it but created my own. I loved the border at the top, simple at the bottom, big floral in the middle, and just having a few little bits and pieces there. I sprinkled some paint and the mist, gold mist. Pretty happy with it. Bit busy, but I'm okay with that. All right, that's all I have for you guys. Thanks for watching. Give me some love and some thumbs up if you guys will. I'm gonna go put these back into, not back, but into chronological order. Yes. I don't scrapbook that way. I just pick up something that I'm inspired by and I scrapbook it, and then I put it in order with the date on it. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you guys around. Bye.